Hi, good evening. Welcome to the program. My name is Kofi Asante Mensah, and this is Pulse of the Week, a special edition on a Thursday. This is quite unusual, and we are here this evening, and we are streaming live on our YouTube channel. My name is Kofi Asante Mensah. This is Pulse of the Week, a special edition on a Thursday, the 6th of November, 2025. After this breather, I'll tell you what is really happening in this country right now, which is a hot story. Please stay with me. Hello and welcome back. It's Pulse of the Week with your man Kofi Asante Mensah, and here on Pulse of the Week on NSG TV we break the issues down for you. This is the program that breaks the issue down. Not only just that, we discuss and analyze it and also cut across the world by way of information, education, a piece of entertainment. We'll look at all angles of the stories with our special guests. Once again, it's Kofi Asante Mensah on NSG News, news with integrity. Today, the grand finale of the National Science and Maths Quiz is happening right now. As I speak with you, they are there at round number 2. They are doing about 5 rounds, and we would see. The competition is between Infantapim School, and they are the defending champions. They are coming against St. Augustine's College and also Opoku Wari School. And the competition is fiercely contested. We'll go there live right now. Kind courtesy, their media partner, Joy News. And this is NSG News. We are going there right now to look at what is happening as round 2 is unfolding. When we take a breather of that, we'll come back to analyze what has been happening from Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and today, Thursday. Please stay with me. We are going to the hall here at the University of Ghana, Legon, here in Accra. We are here at Adenta, very close by us over here. So by kind courtesy of our partner Joy News, we are going live to watch the National Science and Maths Quiz grand finale between Infantapim, the defending champions, Infantapim School, also St. Augustine's College, and Opoku Wari School. They are fiercely in the battle for the prestigious crown. Who would win the National Science and Maths Quiz 2025? If the team is ready, let's go right now.
10 raised to an exponent of.
All right, so we're getting it for you. Just stay with us here. And there we have it. We have it right now. The quiz. I see some jubilation over there. Let's pick the sound, and when we are back, we will be doing some more news updates by way of major stories happening here in Ghana. Today, this is the very big story in our country, Ghana. Today is Thursday, the 6th day of November, 2025. Please watch this briefly. We'll be right back.
Pass the tape and declaring plastic and what? And then no. Can you not with them? The idea is you. As I can introduce DBS Lifestyle Guest Trusses.
All right, so you will be going back again, and we would be picking the live feed for you. It's a very huge story here in Ghana, and I love the way how the BBC Pidgin reported it about 7 hours ago. I want to get that story for you. I love the way they put it. BBC Pidgin put it. 3 top schools for Ghana. They do what? Quite amazing. That's how they put it. Okay, they said 3 top schools for Ghana. They battle each other to win the National Science and Maths Quiz on Thursday. That's today. Okay, the stakes they high, even though some of I can't go through Pidgin like this. All right, so that's how the BBC put it, and it's fiercely contested today, and we'll be going back to that very story for you. Please stay with me. Going for just a little breather. When I return, we'll unfold stories for you. This is the week where some people fought against, and the NIMOS commander, and I got a little bit emotional when I heard him say that he's escaped death. Some mob attacked him, and we'll be coming back to give you update on all of that. So please stay with me. I'll be right back.
A whole new beginning. Get used to it. I have stepped into my new beginning. Yesterday is gone. Yesterday of darkness is gone. A whole new beginning. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Get used to it. I've stepped into my new level. See me watching me flying on eagle's wing. A whole new beginning. A new beginning.
Hi there. What number is this? 3, right? All right. It's time for NSG News. Welcome. My name is Kofi Asante Mensah. And here at NSG News, you'll get serious documentary to watch, news, reviews, views, and what have you. Because we have Pulse of the Week and also exclusive on the hot seat. On NSG News, we say news with integrity. Hi, welcome back, and let's begin with some more stories here. You know, last week I told you, and I mean last week Friday, I informed you about the Federal Republic of Germany, President paying a courtesy or working visit to Ghana, where he comes in to visit us and launch some few things. He paid also homage to Asante Hene, Tumfo 82 in Kumasi, and they shared a very good companion with President John Dramani Mahama. And let's watch some few videos, especially from Kumasi, where he got the nod to launch some few projects over there.
Welcome to the Jubilee House on day 2 of the state visit by Germany's President Frank-Walter Steinmeier. Ghana and Germany have maintained diplomatic relations since 1957, and that relationship has grown stronger over the years. Interestingly, the popular Ghanaian term "boga" is believed to have originated from the German city of Hamburg. In the 1980s and 1990s, many Ghanaians traveled to Germany in search of greener pastures. When they returned home, locals often referred to them as Hamburgers. Over time, that nickname was shortened and adapted into Boga. Today, a Boga in Ghanaian parlance refers to a Ghanaian living abroad or one who has returned from abroad. The word even inspired a genre of music known as Boga Highlife, a style of highlife music created by Ghanaians living in Germany. During the state luncheon at the Jubilee House, President Steinmeier turned the spotlight on Anton Wilhelm Amo, a Ghanaian who recently had a street named after him in Berlin, Germany's capital. Born in Axim, Amo is recognized as the first black philosopher known to have taught at a German university. He's believed to have been sold into slavery as a child and sent to Europe, where he rose to prominence as a scholar and thinker. Listen to the German president.
Ghana has always been very present in Germany. You have a strong diaspora, especially in Hamburg and the Ruhr area. Your countrymen and women, many of them citizens of Ghanaian descent by now, have left impressive footprints in German academia, in the cultural space, and in German football stadiums. You might have noticed I have invited Gerald Asamoah to be guest in my delegation. Since July the 18th of this summer, especially the people of our capital Berlin cannot escape the long roots of relations between Ghana and Germany. One of the most frequented streets in central Berlin, your ambassador will confirm that, just around the corner of the Foreign Office, has just been renamed after Anton Wilhelm Amo. Amo was the first philosopher of African descent teaching at German universities. Born in Axim in 1701, he was brought to Europe on a ship of the Dutch West Indian Company and somehow ended up at the court of Brunswick in Lower Saxony.
President Steinmeier says Germany's Modern Skills Migration Act will allow more skilled labor to move to Germany through legal pathways. President John Mahama responding says conversations are ongoing to deepen cooperation that will enable more skilled Ghanaian workers to take up opportunities in Germany.
We believe that migration should not be irregular, where our young people hazard their lives crossing the Sahara and trying to cross the Mediterranean to reach Europe. And so we believe that bilateral agreements between us and other European countries that allow these skilled young people to go and work on fixed contracts in Europe, be able to earn a decent income and bring that expertise back to our country is the better way to go. And so the discussions with Germany are ongoing, and I believe that at the end of those discussions, we'll be able to find a way where we're able to contribute to ameliorate the skills shortage that Europe is facing, but at the same time, create opportunities for our young people to be able to experience a whole new world.
To Ghana, German President Frank-Walter Steinmeier paid a courtesy visit to the Ashanti region and the Asantehene. During his visit, the president cut salt for the construction of a modern TVET center to train students and artisans in green technologies. The facility, located at the Kumasi Technical Institute, is an initiative of the government of Ghana with funding support from the Federal Republic of Germany. The project comprises the construction of a model height standard training facility equipped to facilitate training in green technologies in auto mechanics and plumbing, refrigeration and air conditioning, and green technology. Dr. Zakaria Suleiman is the director for the Commission of Technical and Vocational Education and Training.
The objective of it is to train young Ghanaians and professionals in highly demanded and high quality skills to contribute to Ghana's green economy. And this is the first stage of the sword cutting ceremony. Respectfully, as this is done.
You are counting on the demand of the youngsters here in that region?
Yes, yes.
Looking for the career in these technologies? Exactly.
We have students from this institute who will be benefiting from this, but there are other technical schools in the region who will have access to this facility for training.
Education Minister Haruna Idrisu says plans are underway to digitalize Ghana's education system with German technologies, as he commended the German government for its immense contribution to Ghana's green infrastructure.
What is it that he has done today is contributing to improving livelihoods and contributing significantly to addressing unemployment, and particularly youth unemployment. As part of President Mahama Reset Agenda, Excellency Samaya, we are focusing on developing a TVET policy and establishing a TVET fund to support the skills training of young people in order that they can make meaningful contribution to our national development effort. We take today in pride that shared opportunity, mutual cooperation between Ghana and Germany has already yielded some dividends of over 40,000 persons trained arising out of it. And I'm happy to be working with my colleague now on a new initiative of digitalizing our education system using German technology, focusing primarily on kindergarten and junior high school and their use of technology.
Before leaving the country, the president finally paid a courtesy visit to the Menchia Palace to wrap up his tour to the country. A closed-door meeting with the Asantehene focused on strengthening bilateral relations, particularly in the areas of trade, technology, investment, and development. For Joy News, my name is Emmanuel Bright Kweku.
All right, so welcome back. That's the German president visit to Ghana. He explored quite more, and we do our next story where Ghana's economy has been promised by President John Dramani Mahama, assuring us of more accountability and investor confidence.
At the domestic level, Your Excellency, I'm proud to report that Ghana has made significant progress in economic stabilization and structural reforms. Through sustained fiscal discipline, bold energy sector reforms, industrial modernization, and agricultural mechanization, we've restored confidence in our economy and laid a solid foundation for inclusive and sustainable growth. Today, the Ghanaian cedi, our domestic currency, is one of the best performing currencies worldwide. Inflation has fallen sharply from 23.8% in December 2024 to roughly 9.4% as of September 2025. Over the same period, GDP growth has increased from 5.1% in the first half of 2024 to 6.3% in the second quarter. These achievements send a clear and unambiguous message to our international partners and investors, as I stated at my inauguration, that Ghana is ready and open for business again. We remain committed to creating an enabling environment for investment with high levels of transparency and predictability, and a genuine commitment to public-private partnerships.
All right, so welcome back. Let's do some more stories. Ghana's Vice President, Professor Nana Opoku-Agyeman, has commended the strong partnership between government, the private sector, and local communities as she officially opened the Newmont Ahafo North Mine, describing it as a milestone in Ghana's pursuit of sustainable development and economic growth.
Ghana, our beloved country, cannot be extracted from gold. Gold has shaped our history, our communities, and our economy. And today, we are shaping a future of sustainable development with it. We are here because we intend to write a chapter that recounts what government, the private sector, and communities can accomplish when we work together and work responsibly. The opening of the Ahafo North Mine is an act of partnership and progress, and the fruit of mutual respect and collaboration. Ladies and gentlemen, last year, Ghana's gold industry contributed 88.1 billion Ghana cedis to our GDP. Today, Ghana is Africa's #1 gold producer and the 6th largest in the world. For nearly 3 decades, Newmont has been part of this picture. From Ahafo South to Achim and now Ahafo North, Newmont's footprint is evident in every and many several positive ways. Well done, Newmont. Royal Majesty, our undying gratitude. We must also acknowledge Nananom and the people of Ahafo for your cooperation and willingness to dialogue. Today, as we cut the ribbon to open this world-class mine, let us remember our shared duty, which is to manage our resources with integrity, foresight, and justice, so that when we look back on the opening of the Afro North mine as a singular time that led to more schools, more hospitals, safer roads, thriving communities, we will be pleased. The wish from our President, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, whose comments I've read, his wish is that may Afro North mine prosper and also the Afro region flourish. May God continue to bless our homeland Ghana and make ourselves, our country, and our future great and strong.
All right, so let's still stay with the office of the Vice President, because Vice President Professor Jane Nana Opoku-Agyeman has reaffirmed Ghana's commitment to building an inclusive and productive economy through President John Dramani Mahama's flagship program, 24-Hour Economy Initiative. Delivering the keynote address at the Africa Growth and Opportunity Research in Action Agora conference in Palermo, Italy. On Monday, November 3, 2025, Professor Jane Nana Opoku-Agyeman said the 24-hour economy is at the heart of Ghana's new economic direction.
As you all know, Palermo is a beautiful city that has always stood at the crossroads of trade, culture, and exchange. It is a fitting place, therefore, to speak about the opportunities for job creation in Ghana, our incredible country. I bring you all warm greetings from His Excellency the President of Ghana, John Dramani Mahama, and from the good people of Ghana. Let me also thank the World Bank Group, the government of Italy, and our partners at the Institute of Economic Development for convening this gathering. For Ghana, job creation is not an afterthought of development. It is at its very heart. We ask this simple question every day, whether we are farmers or policymakers. Across Africa, our demographics tell a clear story. According to United Nations projections, by the end of this century, nearly 38% of the world's population will be African. This is not just a statistic, it is a signal. It reminds us that the future workforce of the world is being born in Africa today. And that is precisely why Ghana is building an economy for the future. Distinguished friends, Ghana's journey mirrors Africa's larger story. Across our continent, we see economies striving to diversify, integrate, and innovate. From Lagos to Kigali, from Nairobi to Accra, Africa's greatest export is no longer raw material. It is resilience. We do not seek sympathy. We seek symmetry in trade, in technology, and in trust. Partnerships must now evolve from rhetoric of assistance to the reality of shared prosperity. And Africa and Europe must build together as equals, investing in innovation, transferring technology, and creating jobs that serve both continents. Ghana stands ready. We are not merely a beneficiary, we are a partner. Development is not an event. It is a relay, and the baton is employment. Each generation must pass it on firmly to the next so that no hand is left empty. The lessons of economic history remind us that crisis, when met with resolve and innovation, can forge institutions. The stock market collapse of 1907 gave the United States the Federal Reserve. The Great Depression gave rise to the New Deal and to social security and to public investment. Ghana's own journey has similarly constructed initiatives that serve as social and economic foundation, whether the Ghana Education Trust Fund, the National Health Insurance Scheme, or free maternal health care, or the LEAP program. They remind us that difficulties, when harnessed with vision, can become a source of renewal. Our 24-hour economy is a promise that progress must never sleep because opportunity must reach every community. To our investors and partners here today and elsewhere, you're all welcome to Ghana, but not only to do business, but to help all of us build a future we can share. Together, we can fill.
All right, from the office of the Vice President, let's now move to Klagon, where we have a building falling just yesterday, and we want to take a closer look at that story. No casualties were recorded after a 3-story building under construction collapsed at Klagon in the Tema West municipality around 4 a.m. on Wednesday, November 5, 2025. However, a mother and her 3 children sustained injuries when the impact caused the wall of their nearby house to cave in. They have since been rushed to the hospital for medical attention. The municipal chief executive for Tema West, Honorable Ludwig Tay Totime, confirmed that the assembly has deployed excavators to clear the debris. He disclosed that the building owner failed to complete the required documentation before starting the project.
People have come here, including the Member of Parliament for the Tema West constituency and also the MC. As I speak, now it is unclear as to whether people are trapped under it. Some officials from the Ghana National Fire Service, NADMO, among others, are all here to check the situation. But let's just speak with the MP for the Tema West constituency to understand what he has picked up based on his monitoring so far. This is just happening a week after a similar situation happened at Roman Ridge in the Ayawaso West municipality. But now let me engage the Member of Parliament for this particular area. Honorable, thank you very much. You're live on Joy News. Talk to us about this particular building collapse. You came here. Based on your checks, what have you found so far?
Thank you very much. This morning I had a distress call that there is a property here at Klagon within the Tema West municipal area which had collapsed. So actually it was the MC who gave me the call, and then immediately we had to rush in here to come and assess the situation and have a first-hand information as far as the situation is concerned. And then when we got here, at least we have engaged the community, we have engaged the neighbors, trying to find out exactly what happened. And the information we have is that as early as 4 a.m. this dawn, the building just collapsed completely. Just one time collapse completely. It didn't happen in piecemeal, it was just one full collapse. And then our understanding was that the trauma, the panic, the fear in the neighborhood was very terrible. So people had to try and move out from their houses and evacuate from their houses and all that.
But there were speculations that people have been trapped here. Based on your checks, are you able to confirm this to us?
Okay, so when we came, we have made all the inquiries. We spoke to the neighbor right behind the building, the neighbors on both sides and all that. The information we are gathering is that they don't think that there is anybody trapped in there. This is the information they are giving us. But of course, they are also saying that sometimes people are just passing by because it's an uncompleted building. People may come to relax, sit down and lie down, you know, especially some of these parties who don't have anywhere to live. Somebody just passing by can decide to sit there or lie down and sleep there and wake up early morning. So we cannot be 100% sure that there is nobody trapped in there. It's just that the information is that they are not sure that there is anybody. But of course, since it happened, the MC is here. We have our NADMO coordinators here, we have the police service here, we have all the stakeholders, fire service, all the stakeholders that are, as far as this matter is concerned, they are all around. What they have tried to do immediately is to disconnect the electricity line. Okay. There are some best pipeline which is also flowing. Steps are being taken. I think Ghana Water is also coming to make sure that they ratify the situation.
All right, so that's the story for you. A big thank you to Joy News for that video. Thank you very much. This is NSG News, and this is News with Integrity with your man Kofi Asante Mensah, fiercely independent, and we are bringing you major stories in this republic called Ghana from our luxurious studios here in Amahia, Adenta, Accra. And this is the day, the grand finale of the National Science and Maths Quiz is happening live in Legon here in Accra. Let's do some more stories. Let's move to the courts now, where we go to the Ashanti Regional Chairperson for the opposition New Patriotic Party's case, Chairman Wontumi. The two cases involving New Patriotic Party Ashanti Regional Chairman Bernard Entwibo-Siako, popularly known as Chairman Wontumi, have been adjourned to November 12 and December 4, respectively. In the first case, which concerns allegations that he permitted mining activities on his concession at Samra Boy without the required approval, proceedings were adjourned to November 14th, November 12th, I must say. The adjourn followed a request from the prosecution to enable them to serve the defense with necessary documentation or disclosures. The second case, in which Wontumi is accused of engaging in mining operations within the Tano Nimri Forest Reserve without authorization, was postponed because the presiding judge is currently on leave. And this is a report.
We have two cases in court today. Criminal Code 4. The Attorney General has filed the disclosures, but we were not served. So we have now received service of the Attorney General's disclosures. We are going to study and prepare for the case management conference. First one to which we will also prepare for the commencement of the trial. We are coming back on the 12th of November for the case management conference. The other case in court one, we have been served with also the disclosures. We are coming back on the 4th of December for mention, which presupposes that nothing serious will happen on the 4th of December. It is most likely that we will take another date when we appear on the 4th of December. So the conditions as before today all stand the same. We will come on the appointed dates to prepare ourselves for the business of the day. We are very grateful.
quick one. Yesterday we saw a court document suggesting that the Attorney General has dropped the charges against the General Manager of Akontam Mining, Edward Akwoko. How does that affect your case? Because he's going to testify as a prosecution witness.
We have just been served with the notice of withdrawal of the fourth accused person.
Yes.
So they have come under the rules of court, so they have every right to do so. We are going to prepare our case when they are ready. It doesn't change our position. We have still pleaded not guilty. We will come to prosecute the case religiously to the best of our professional expertise. Indeed, I always sound this morning that we should be careful not to attempt to influence decisions of court. Attorney General is also Minister for Justice, and his role as Minister of Justice is even more important than his role as the Attorney General and government prosecutor, because the justice of the moment is so important to every one of us as citizens of the country, because our emblem is freedom and justice. So if Attorney General, with all the materials available to him, all the resources available to him, including human personnel, if it is just for him to only rely on a former accused person to prosecute a matter against one of the accused persons or some of the accused persons, and he thinks that justice may not be undermined, that is his decision. I would have thought that his role as Minister of Justice would have persuaded him at all times to be careful that the freedom and the justice of the moment is served also on all the accused persons until they are proven guilty. But the way that the Attorney General appears to be poaching his own accused persons suggests that there is intent to undermine the cause of justice. We will resist your princess rule. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so let's still remain in court because the SkyTrain trial is also ongoing. Court upholds High Court's dismissal of application for further disclosures, and this is a report we have for you.
In the 49.1 million Ghana cedi case involving former National Signals Bureau Director Kwabena Edubuahin, defense lawyers led by Samuel Atachian prayed the Court of Appeal to quash the High Court's ruling which refused the application to compel the Attorney General to disclose NSB accounts spanning from 1992. They argued that the Attorney General has selectively disclosed matters bordering on national security to advance the case while omitting crucial details which necessitated the motion. A three-member panel of justices, however, held that the applicants failed to demonstrate any exceptional circumstances to warrant granting the request, which lacked merit. In a related matter involving the Accra SkyTrain criminal trial, lawyers of the first accused, Solomon Asamoah, prayed the Court of Appeal to overturn the High Court decision which dismissed the application for the prosecution to further disclose exculpatory documents. The documents contain minutes of the board and investment committee meetings between 2017 to 2021, as well as email correspondence between himself and members of the board. The court dismissed the application as lacking merit. Lord Idwasari, TV3 News, Accra.
All right, so welcome back, and we are going for a quick breather. When we are back, there'll be more stories for you. This is the biggest platform for your major news updates from the Republic of Ghana online, because we are streaming live on YouTube right now at NSG News TV. Stay with me. When I return from the break, there'll be more stories.
You know, if you look at the last election, some were in complete shock
of the results.
Yes. While we were telling them 6 months before that
So you are A traitor or what? I don't know.
The last person who will be a traitor in this country will be me. I'm very patriotic.
It is alleged that NDC is sponsoring you to do their dirty work. Let me put it that way. That's my word, dirty work, to discredit the advances of the MPP. You've been drawn into partisan politics. How do you come out of this one?
One, I have not been contracted, required to do anything for NDC against any entity in this country. Absolutely not. I don't belong to the NDC. I don't belong to the MPP. I don't have political party affiliation with any other party. No. Now look, where we are in Hacho now. I remember when I was going to write the O-levels, I didn't have money to pay for the fees. So I had to carry labor, do by day labor. Here. We're one of those who started building houses in this area as a laborer. You have to even go and carry the cement from afar because there were no buildings to store them in. This would be the shock. We were branded as mad people. Well, the numbers we were banding around was in excess of a 2.something million gap. We have to realize that the country, Ghana, has changed profoundly, even from 2016 levels.
I think it wasn't Ghana government funded.
No, it wasn't Ghana government funded. No, on your own you struggle, and then you go to Denmark. I remember when I arrived in Frankfurt on my way to Denmark, I had only $500 in my pocket, and that was to pay for your accommodation, pay for your feeding, pay for everything.
Yesterday is gone. Yesterday of darkness is gone. A whole new beginning. Get used to it. I've stepped into my new level. See me watching me fly on eagle's wing. A whole new beginning.
All right, so welcome back. It's still Pulse of the Week, a special edition on Thursday evening like this one. Today is on the 6th of November 2025. My name is yours truly, Kofi Asante Mensah. We are streaming live on YouTube. Our channel's name is NSG News TV. Please follow us. Our website is www.nsgnews.com. Today is the big day where the National Science and Maths Quiz Grand Finale is taking place, and we are here bringing you updates. As we speak, they have gone into round 3, and they are getting on to round 5, and we'll bring you a wrap of what is really happening with the National Science and Maths Quiz. Just to remind you, it's between Infante Pim School and also St. Augustine's College and Opoku Ware School. There's 3 champions facing it up in the grand finale this evening. Let's do some more stories and get you into the Office of the Interior Ministry. This week, he held a press conference and addressed media personnel regarding the election 2020 and also 2024, and this is the story. The Minister for Interior, Mohammed Mubarak Muntaka, has disclosed alarming figures on election-related violence in Ghana, revealing that 15 lives have been lost and 40 persons injured across the 2020 and 2024 election cycles. Presenting a summary of cases documented nationwide, the minister described the pattern of electoral violence as deeply concerning and called for urgent collective action to safeguard Ghana's democratic gains.
Of Police inaugurated a special task force within the Criminal Investigation Department, CID, of the Ghana Police Service. The mandate of the task force was to collaborate with the stakeholders to identify, review, and investigate all electoral violent cases that resulted in fatalities during the 2020 and 2024 general election. The Special Investigation Task Force identified 12 cases that took place during the 2020 and 2024 general election. These cases had resulted in 15 deaths across the country, and well over 40 individuals got injured. The report outlined detailed account of all the 12 cases recorded during the period. The detailed report, which has been submitted to His Excellency the President, also contains the various incidents, how they were brought or got to the notice of the police, and actions taken by investigators in line with the laid down investigation protocol.
All right, so welcome back, and let's do some more story, because he says the Interior Minister is also urging citizens to provide information to aid justice for victims. All right, so I'll be getting you that video pretty shortly, because he also called on several other bodies to help the Interior Ministry. I think that video is ready right now. Let's watch it.
This to the first question that you were asking, whether we're going to do forensic. In fact, we're not doing only forensic. They'll tell that we're even doing ballistic analysis. But one of the challenges that we are having is that if you take the gun that fired a shot in 2020, and between the 2020 and now, it has fired so many others, it makes it very difficult to do the tracing and mapping. But I'm sure, together with the Special Task Force, with our CID, PID, and even the military, what we call intelligence, we work so hard. And I don't want to preempt the conclusion of this, because in some of the cases that we are not able to bring finality, we need to be sure that is it the best that we can do. If there's something other than what the CID is doing that we have to do, I want to assure you that under the leadership of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, that will be done, because it's not just about identifying people and compensating them, but making sure that the perpetrators are brought to book, and that will be really, really our effort. So yes, I can assure you that we'll leave no stone unturned. We'll make sure that we'll put in measures that will prevent this thing from happening. But I want to say that as citizens, we ourselves need to also be helpful. Because you see, when we refuse to give them information, like we are having in Banda Ahinkro and Banda Bonkasi, because there is rivalry between the two towns. Meanwhile, somebody has lost his life. We need information. I mean, people cannot just come because they are CID, they can conjure facts or information. They need people to give them information that can lead them into finding the truth. So we want to encourage our communities to also be supportive of the exercise, so that
we still have some more for you by way of information with respect to the Interior Minister's press conference, because he further disclosed that most of the violent incidents recorded during Ghana's 2020 and 2024 elections, general elections, involved the use of firearms by supporters of the two major political parties, and in some cases by security personnel deployed to maintain peace and order.
Careful review of police dockets, on-site inspections, and stakeholders interview, the Special Investigative Task Force identified 12 specific cases. I must be quick to add that I have since directed that the report of the Commission on the Election Violence at Ayawaso West Wuogon be implemented fully for justice to prevail. 6 each from the 2020 and the 2024 general election, which collectively led to 15 deaths as mentioned earlier and injured 40 others. These incidents span multiple regions, including Bono East, Greater Accra region, Bono region, Northern region, Central region, Savannah, and Asante region. The circumstances of each case vary, but nearly all involve the use of firearms during confrontation between supporters of the two major political parties, and instances where security personnel resorted to the use of live ammunition, warning shots as means of crowd control. Investigation into one of the cases during the 2020 general election at Ododo was completed. The Attorney General is currently prosecuting 3 persons who are standing trials at the High Court Criminal Division, Accra. The investigation established that 3 of the cases resulting in 4 deaths are traceable to the use of firearms by armed police patrol teams. Military personnel were also found to be responsible for 3 of the cases resulting in the death of 3 persons when they intervened to restore calm to chaotic crowds. Investigation further established that 4 of the cases, which resulted in 5 deaths, were recorded when party enthusiastic supporters resorted to the use of firearms against their opponent. The 2 other cases involve persons who were lynched during confrontation between supporters of the 2 major.
All right, so that's the Interior Minister, Mutaka Mubarak, over there. Let's do some more stories, but we'll rather take you back to the world of mining and the Institute of Economic Affairs, IEA, is calling on government to abolish tax incentives and review royalty rates under Ghana's mining and minerals laws to ensure the country derives optimal benefits from its natural resources. According to the policy think tank, Ghana's current physical and legal framework governing the extractive industry remains outdated and overly generous to multinationals, mining firms, a situation that has purportedly limited national gains from resources exploitation.
Review the current mining policy to improve environmental regulations and enforcement. Why do we pay or report benefits to the state in cities when in actual fact the minerals are sold in dollars? Can government expand the operations of Gold Board to cover the activities of large-scale mining so that it would enhance or improve coordination in the sector? Can corporate social responsibility obligations of mining firms be reviewed and properly structured so that government would have a say and a stake in where and how these monies are used, since it is a tax-deductible expense? Can we review the fiscal component of all existing agreements, irrespective of the stability clause? And this is a legal question that we need to answer from here. Can we fast-track the ongoing review of the mining and mineral law to inform a review of the current mining lease if they expire or subsequent new leases? Can we abolish all juicy incentives, including those under Section 29, since the country has now attained the required technical capacity? Can we review the arrangement for government-free participating interest regime? What is the value of this interest? It is easy for you to establish it, but then what control does it give you? A way of influencing decisions at the board level. Can we review the rules of capitalization of expenditure on reconnaissance and prospecting? This is capitalized, and if we don't want to do that, then can we adequately resource the Geological Survey Authority to be able to develop and keep appropriate baseline geological data that would inform these reconnaissance and prospecting expenditure, so that at least it will reduce the cost they have to incur in these areas? Can we review the regime for 5-year carryover losses and also improve GRA's capacity to be able to support these mining firms to report adequately? Can we also review the 5 years tax holidays given to mining firms in the first 5 years of operation?
Thank you very much. Let's do some cyber stories, and there's a warning to the tertiary schools from the Cyber Authority, and this is the story. The Cyber Security Authority warns of rising cyber crimes in Ghana's tertiary institutions. Student exploits digital systems for certificate forgery and grade alteration. Cybercrime threatens the credibility of the entire education system. Over $10 trillion is lost globally to cybercrime as of 2025.
In the quest for higher education, amid the struggle to afford rising fees, many students are falling prey to cyber criminals. But beyond the victims, a new wave of perpetrators is emerging within the very institution meant to shape the nation's future. Some students are now exploiting digital systems to their advantage, engaging in acts such as certificate forgery and grade alteration. With the world losing over $10 trillion to cybercrime as of 2025, the cost is no longer just personal, it's systemic, threatening the credibility of the entire education pipeline. The cybersecurity authorities, therefore, urging tertiary institutions to tighten their defenses against cybercrime as incidents surge with the increasing integration of technology in teaching and learning. Addressing heads of tertiary institutions and other stakeholders at the 2025 National Cybersecurity Education Conference, Director General of the authority, Divine Akbiti, highlighted these growing threats ranging from grade alteration to sextortion.
Digitalization continues to advance with over 24 million citizens. However, this progress has increased exposure to digital risk. The education sector, which holds vast amounts of sensitive data, has become an increasing target for cyber criminals. In recent years, our tertiary institutions have experienced incidents ranging from grade alteration, attempts, and forged academic certificates to question leakages, sextortion, admission scams.
Also speaking at the conference, Director General of the Ghana Tertiary Education Commission, Professor Ahmed Abdullahi, underscored the far-reaching impact of these activities on tertiary institutions.
Our tertiary institutions have embraced technology as a tool for progress. Yet, these same digital platforms have become targets of cyber threats that endanger institutional credibility, compromise data, and disrupt academic continuity. A single cyber attack can cripple administrative systems, expose student data, and erode public trust in the integrity of our educational sector.
As the lines between education and technology continue to blur, regulators say cybersecurity must move from the sidelines to the center of academic governance, protecting both institutions and the credibility of Ghana's higher education system. For Joy News, Maxwell Aklobetu's report, read to you.
All right, so let's do some more stories relating to the New Patriotic Party. Today, the chairperson for the Presidential Election Committee held a press conference, but I'll be bringing more of those stories to you tomorrow, Friday, when we settle down for Pulse of the Week, the Friday edition. But for now, Kojo Nkrumah, the MP for Ofoase Ayurebe, has been talking, indicating that by August 2026, the internal elections of the party will come to a close.
Followed by polling station elections, electoral area elections, constituency elections, regional, national, external branch elections. It's anticipated that latest by next year, August, the party will be done with all internal elections. And once we are done with that internal elections, we will have more than 2 years to bring to Ghanaians our record, to bring to Ghanaians what the New Patriotic Party stands for. And I can assure you, issues of apathy, issue of reconciliation, all will be addressed. Inshallah, come December 7, 2028, the New Patriotic Party will surely come back to power. The New Patriotic Party will surely come back to power. Ghanaians will have willed the NPP and the NDC, and I tell you the difference. Thank you very much.
All right, so that's the General Secretary for the Opposition to the Patriotic Party, and they held a press conference yesterday. I mistakenly said MP for Ofoase Ayurebe. This is the General Secretary for NPP, Justin Kodia Frimpong, making that indication. That's very important press conference where he accused the NDC of so many things and indicated in this press conference that by August 2026, they will be done with their election. Going for a quick breather. When I return, we will enter into Parliament and listen to what Sam George has been saying, and also bring you a wrap of what is happening relating to the National Science and Maths Quiz. Please stay with me. I am Kofi Asante Mensah, and this is NSG News, Pulse of the Week, bringing you news, update, major stories from Ghana. Please stay.
You know, if you look at the last election, some were in complete shock
of the results.
Yes. while we were telling them 6 months before that
So you are a traitor or what? I don't know.
The last person who will be a traitor in this country will be me. I'm very patriotic.
It is alleged that NDC is sponsoring you to do their dirty work. Let me put it that way. That's my word, dirty work, to discredit the advances of the MPP. You've been drawn into partisan politics. How do you come out of this one?
One, I have not been contracted, required to do anything for NDC against any entity in this country. Absolutely not. I don't belong to the NDC. I don't belong to the MPP. I don't have political party affiliation with any other party. No. Now look, where we are in Hacho now. I remember when I was going to write the O-levels, I didn't have money to pay for the fees. So I had to carry labor, do by day labor here. We're one of those who started building houses in this area as a laborer. You have to even go and carry the cement from afar because there were no buildings to store them in. This would be the shop. We were branded as mad people. But the numbers we were banding around was in excess of a 2.something million gap. We have to realize that the country, Ghana, has changed profoundly, even from 2016 levels.
I think it wasn't Ghana government funded.
No, it wasn't Ghana government funded. No, on your own you struggle, and then you go to Denmark. I remember when I arrived in Frankfurt on my way to Denmark, I had only $500 in my pocket, and that was to pay for your accommodation, pay for your feeding, pay for everything.
Welcome back. It's still Pulse of the Week, and this is the special Thursday edition, the 6th of November 2025, and we go into Parliament, and this is where the Public Account Committee sat down with Honorable Sam George, Minister for Communication, and Sam George just accused former President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo's government of financial mismanagement, and the chairperson for that very committee, the Public Accounts Committee, had to put him right, and it was quite a fierce contest between them. And let's watch this video.
Ghana Post will be looking at your financial performance and financial position today. So on your financial performance, I can see that the bottom line, Ghana Post posted a very good profit from the initial loss position from 2022. But then I just want to understand a few things. Your operating cost went up by about 35%, and the general and administrative expenses also went up by 51.8%. I just want to understand, looking at the increase in revenue as against the increases in your expenditure, what accounted for that high increase in expenditure for 2023?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, the answer is very simple in one word: the mismanagement of the economy by the Akufo-Addo administration. Because a lot of the increases, Ghana Post pays a lot of airlines for the transporting of the parcels that we send to Europe and the United States, and we pay that in dollars. So when you saw the mismanagement when Ken Ofori-Atta, Abina, and co were at the finance ministry, and Dr. Bawumia in charge of the economic management team, you then saw that...
Respectfully, Minister, stop it right there. Just go straight to your question and answer, and don't be name calling. You understand? Minister, please answer the question. Oh, when this was there, Minister, I don't think that is how we should be here. You are here, you have been here before. I have been where you are before. Let's just go straight to the point.
I'm guided, Chairman.
Thank you.
So in 2023, when the CD depreciated, you realize that because we're paying in dollars, if you were paying a fee of $100 to an airline and the exchange rate was 8, our expenditure would have been 800 cedis. And then when it went to 16 in 2023, you then have the challenge that your expenditure now becomes 1,600. So that's what accounted for that. So it's the forex losses You know, yeah. But I'm sure that when you see the 2025 financials, you realize that even though we are doing.
All right, so let's still remain in Parliament, where Speaker of Parliament Alban Bagbin has strongly condemned the alleged involvement of 2 members of Parliament in an attack on officials of the National Anti-Illegal Mining Operations Secretariat called NIMOS, warning that Parliament will not protect any MP found guilty of misconduct.
The report of attacks on a team from the National Anti-Illegal Mining Operations Secretariat, a task force which we all know has been established to combat illegal mining activities in the country, is most worrying. Also worrying is the fact that the attack was allegedly incited by one of our own, the Member of Parliament for Asitifi North constituency, Honorable Ebenezer Kwekuado, who further ropes in a senior member of this House, Honorable Collins Dauda. While I'm yet to be fully briefed on the matter, I want to take this opportunity to condemn in no uncertain terms the attack on the team of security officers who have been assigned to help deal with the menace of Galamsey, which has to be dealt with robustly. I have therefore instructed the Office of the Clerk and the Legal Services Office to provide all the needed support to the investigation by the Ghana Police Service within the framework of the 1992 Constitution, the laws of this country, and the standing orders of the.
All right, so let's do some more stories still in Parliament, because the Minority Leader Alexander Afenyo-Markin has urged all political actors to abandon partisan interest and unite in the fight against illegal mining, also known as Galamsey. Mr. Afenyo-Markin made the remarks on the floor of Parliament on Tuesday while commenting on the violent attack on the National Anti-Illegal Mining Operations Secretariat, NIMOS task force in the Ahafo region, the attack on them.
In the various hospitals enough. So it's like business as usual. Mr. Speaker, I would wait for another day where we would discuss this matter in detail. But I would, by way of conclusion, say that the issue of Galamsey calls for action, collective. Not an NDC MPP affair, but a Ghana affair. So that it doesn't become like who you go to the area the people are mining, and then you say, oh, because you may lose election, you don't want to talk about it, or they will even push you to be lawless, all in the interest of votes that would end up in a coffin. Do we want to be burying people every weekend and all? Mr. Speaker, let me leave the rest for the Leader of the House to put out for the records, and pray that that time will come for us to have a full discussion on this matter and send a strong message to the nation that enough is enough with the partisan approach on this Galamsey matter. Mr. Speaker, I thank you for the treasure space.
We still want to remain in Parliament more and do some more stories, because the Member of Parliament for Asutifi North is under a lot of court issues. The Accra High Court has barred the Member of Parliament for Asutifi North, Ebenezer Kwekuado, from leaving the Greater Accra region over his alleged involvement in an attack on the National Anti-Illegal Mining Operations Secretariat called NIMOS task force near Brunikrom, Shidim in the Ahafo region. The directive follows the MP's appearance before the court on November 4, 2025 in connection with the alleged Galamsey-related clash, for which he faces provisional charges of assault on a public officer, unlawful damage and rioting with weapons. The MP was granted bail in the sum of 150,000 Ghana cedis and is required to report to investigators once every 2 weeks until the order is lifted or the trial begins.
Let me indicate that yesterday I got a call from the Minister for the Interior, Honorable Muntaka, that the IGP needed the member for interrogation. I invited the member, he came to my office, and I was trying to reach Muntaka, I couldn't reach him, so ultimately I had to ask the member to go. If I reach Muntaka, I will call him back. Subsequently, Honorable Muntaka called me back. He was in a meeting when I was calling him. And I told him that I had invited the MP. He was ready to come see whoever he should see, but because we did not hear from him, I had dismissed him. So we scheduled that this morning the member should be sent to the CID headquarters to meet with one of the deputy CID directors for processing. And so this morning, he went with our majority chief whip and his lawyer. They received him at CID headquarters, took him through the processes, and I received a call not quite long ago that he has been taken to court, and as we speak, he is actually in court being arraigned.
Right, so that's the story over there. MP, and I love it so much. This is Galamsey. We have to deal with them. We have to deal with them. We have to. We go for a breather. When we come back, there is more stories for you.
A whole new beginning. Get used to it. I have stepped into my new beginning. Yesterday is gone. Yesterday of darkness is gone. A whole new beginning. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Get used to it. I've stepped into my new level. See me watching me flying on eagle's wing. A whole new beginning. A whole new beginning. Get used to it. I have stepped into my new beginning. Yesterday is gone. Yesterday of darkness is gone. A whole new beginning. Yeah, 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 yeah. Get used to it. I've stepped into my new level. See me watching me flying on eagle's wing. A whole new beginning. New beginning.
Hi, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. It's still Pulse of the Week, the special Thursday edition with your man Kofi Asante Mensah. And this is November 6, 2025 from our luxurious studios here at Amahia in Accra. Coming to you wherever you are watching us from. We're happy you are. Please share some few comments with us and we'll be glad to share it with the rest of the world. Our channel's name on YouTube is NSG News TV. Please follow that very page and share with friends. Our website is www.nsgnews.com. Please read more stories on our website. Let's do some more stories and go into the world of education. Let's do some more educational stories because the Minister for Education, Haruna Iddrisu, has directed the Ghana Tertiary Education Commission, GTEC, to issue a firm instruction to all public universities to halt any unauthorized increase in tuition fees. The directive follows reports that some universities have arbitrarily raised their fees after the government announced the no fees stress policy, which provides free tertiary education for first-year students and persons with disabilities.
As I said, my view was that because Ghana have never had a scholarship authority bill, I wanted to work 1 year, see what scholarship will do, deal with this nepotism and chronism associated with allocation of scholarship, provide for some discipline. But believe me, my most impactful lunch as minister was when the no fee stress was launched. I had good sleep that this was an impactful, meaningful social intervention of the president. And many of you sitting here, colleague MPs, you know how much you spend in paying school fees when the period comes. You get demands. So, but just to send a caution, Chairman, the Director General of GTEC is here. I've seen some schools increasing their fees because government says it's absorbing them. We won't accept it. So make sure you issue consequential instructions to your schools not to take advantage of that. Thank you.
All right, so that's Haruna Iddrisu, the Minister for Education over there, and that's our show for today. But we have a live feed we have to pick for you, like I indicated to you early on. The National Science and Maths quiz is ongoing. They are in round 3. I nearly said 4. I'm just in that mood. It's between Fantipim, St. Augustine's, and Opoku Ware. Round 3 is hot right now. Let's go right there. Even producers are ready and watch what is really happening. Live feed, courtesy Joy News. Thank you very much, Joy News. But this is NSG News, and this is our live stream. Please watch.
So please try. Okay, good. So the problem of the day is a single question to all 3 schools. From the time I ask you to begin, you will have 4 minutes to present an answer, one answer from your school, on the board behind you. As mentioned, the problem of the day is worth 10 points. Best wishes, everyone. Now, contestants, please rise. Drop all pens. And we are only reading the problem of the day together. Please pick your sheets. Problem of the day. A paternity test using DNA is a legitimate method to identify a person's biological father. It is a widely accepted method by law for clearing paternity disputes. These tests can be done with any biological material containing DNA, but preferably blood tests and swab tests are used. The diagram that I have below shows the DNA fingerprints of a child, the child's mother, and 2 men, two men who claim to be the child's father. The numbers refer to the bars on the DNA fingerprints. Okay, so the questions. First one, which of the men, A or B, is more likely to be the father of the child? 2, use the numbers on the DNA fingerprints to explain your choice. In your answer, you should refer to all the 4 people involved in this dispute. Contestants, this is your problem of the day. You may now begin.